Oh, all right.
Now it is recorded.
Okay.
So you can start the slide again.
Yeah, okay. Okay, very good. Can see, yeah?
Yes, now we do. All perfect.
Okay, wonderful. So allow me to welcome everyone again and dive straight into this briefing. And I'm also thanking everyone who could make it for the briefing today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let me start first by asking Marianne to say a few words and about herself first. Marianne, please.
Sure. So I'm Marianne Dupuis. I have created this People Coach certification in 2018 because I've been coaching since I was certified in 2011 and really enjoyed coaching. I'm living in Luxembourg, was living there at that time too, was trained in France, certified there. And when I wanted to turn into coaching, I find it very disturbing at first. We needed to trust our intuition. We needed to be comfortable with emotion, no strict framework, etc. So it was a little bit of a mess, but little by little, I've seen that it makes such a huge positive difference in people's lives that I started to really enjoy it. It became my passion. It's now my full-time job. And we decided to move to Malaysia with my husband and children. And there I had to coach in English, which was for me being a native French speaker, quite a step, but discovered something really different and how I could also make a difference in people's lives. So I then coached people from all over the globe, which was really fabulous with this online coaching. And then little by little, I gained some experience. I became a coaching supervisor. We'll explain later what it is, a coaching mentor. And then I was approached by Jeff, that some of you know well. And he was so passionate, saying, we need to have a coaching certification because we need to have great, talented, and ethical and professional coaches. Our world need that, and it cannot be just rubbish training. We need to have high standards, and I need you to be that person to do so because you're so demanding. So we decided to launch that, and we're now having gone through 16 cohort and meeting great souls there. So that's why we are extending for a new cohort in April, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Marianne. My role in this is that I myself got certified through a training provided by Jeff and Marianne a few years ago. And I continue to attend the coaching certification to improve my skills. And also, I support Marianne in conducting the recent few courses in terms of the administrative support mostly. So this course came about because several people made some requests. So I spoke to Marianne and we decided maybe we can have one in April. So this is how this came about. So I would like to save some time. I would like to know your interest in coaching, but if we have some time at the end of the session, we can go into that. But why does coaching interest you? You can see some of the testimonials here from people who have gone through Marianne's training. This is from Eriko Saito about coaching being a life-changing journey, making us a better listener and leader. and helping her excel in her career and better at relationships, and that she can do anything with confidence, positive mind, independence, and clarity on what to do next. This is Nancy Overholt, who also got certified with me, and she is based in Washington, D.C., and now actively coaching with a coaching practice as well. Right? So it says here, this course exceeded my wildest expectations and pleased to recommend it. And she has mentioned all the teaching methodology, which includes the live sessions, online platform, and a little bit at the end about Marianne as well. So this is also another graduate, another certified coach. The best way to discover your inner diamond and what is really important to you for your professional life and even more important in your personal life. Now, this briefing is basically about why you need to make the right choice in selecting a certification course and provider. Many of us look around to see where we can get the right kind of training. And even Nancy and I were exploring. And then I came across Marianne through a friend of mine much earlier who had qualified. And I decided after her recommendation that I'll go with Marianne because a few others that I went through were not very satisfactory to me for a variety of reasons. So here is the three main criteria you need to look for when you find a coaching certification. Whether it has online delivery, because today 90% of our coaching is done online, right? So you have a training online, you get to practice online, it will be ideal. In English and multilingual, and it provides you the ICF level 1 ACSTH, right? So you come out with ICF level 1 from this training. This is what your certificate will look like at ICF level 1. So these are the three must criteria. So here are some questions you need to assess when you go for a coaching certification, right? And before those questions, let's go and see who is Marianne. She's a certified coach and trainer from 2011. She was also based in Malaysia for 11 years. She's a leadership coach and a parental coach, accredited ICF at PCC level, certified coaching supervisor, which means she coaches, she's a supervisor for coaches. So coaches who have issues can talk to her to discuss their issues. She's an experienced coaching mentor, founder of ACSM, active in training, design, and delivery, and you can see the number of people she has coached. Marianne is currently based in Luxembourg. So let's go to the 5 key questions. You need to ask your training provider, what coaching techniques do you teach? With whom do you get to practice while you're undergoing training? Does the training provider offer you supervision? Right? How many people does the provider train? And how does the provider mentor them? Would this provider help get you hired as a coach later on? So what coaching techniques do you teach? Most coaching training covers the GROW model. Here you see it says it's dangerous because the GROW model is a very limited model. It's useful, it's very helpful, it's the framework. It's a framework, it's a basic framework, but you need more than the GROW. This training provides you more than the GROW. This is Marianne's aspiration model. You can see the 12 steps here that will be covered throughout the coaching duration training. And Marianne covers over and above GROW, other models including the ATA, the LOT, the trust equation, the RASA, the SMART PCP, and the feedback models. So this is very rich in coaching techniques and models. And it pretty much gives you a very broad overview to deal with any different kinds of issues or eventuality in your coaching journey or partnership with your clients. How do you practice? With whom and how often? I have come across some training providers who run a 1-week course. Then they say, go and practice as you wish. And when you got the hours, come back to us. And then they'll do the paperwork for accrediting to certify you. But in this PCC, peer coaching is mandatory. While you are undergoing this coaching, you have to do peer coaching of your peers, as well as you have to do another 4 people. You have to coach 4 people, a total of 5. It's mandatory to get 24 hours of coaching. So with whom do you practice, right? In your coaching course, during the live sessions, each live session, you will have some theory and then you will have a practice component. I'm admitting somebody, yeah? Okay. Marianne, it's still good. Can you, are my slides still showing up, Marianne?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. So the mandatory practice will happen during the live session. Every live session, you will have some theory given by Marianne. Then you will have the second half of the session is a practice component. Now it is during this practice component where you are coaching your peers that you will have a couple of us who are observing you with Marianne, right? And giving you feedback as to how you're progressing with the coaching. And you will coach one peer from your class, your cohort, and you will coach 4 real clients. So either every week or every 2 weeks, you will be coaching a couple of people, a few people, and you will be supervised during your live sessions when you're coaching your peers. You will get comments from Marianne and a couple of us as well. How many people do you train? How do you mentor them? You can have training providers who have one famous coach with 100 participants. And there's a danger to that because you won't get your personal attention. In the PCC, Marianne takes 6 to 12 participants. And you will have an opportunity to have a minimum of 5 sessions where you will be mentored during the live, and 3 individual mentoring coaching with Marianne. And we are the 2 assisting Marianne, Nancy and Shanta. Do you help me get hired as a coach later on? Now, most of the coaching training does not include a component, most that I know of. I don't know of as much, but most that I know of when I research does not have the component on how to develop your practice. Marianne has a optional 4th module to help you to promote yourself and develop your business as a coach. How to promote yourself, how to create your profile will be discussed in module 4 in about 3 sessions. And during that module, you will be defining your own specialty. There'll be discussions, there'll be some guidance. You can build your coaching offer, build your networking plan. You get feedback in order to succeed quicker. This happens after you finish the mandatory modules. This is bonus and is optional because some people may not be interested to open a coaching practice. So they may not want this. They want to be a coach for personal reasons. So there are 4 modules in this training. Module 1 and 2 covers excellent coaching techniques. Module 2 covers real practice with clients, mentoring to sharpen your competencies, supervision for mindset and presence as a coach. Module 4 is clear positioning of yourself in your business practice as a coach. Becoming a certified people coach. What does it involve? Module 1, you can see here coaching fundamentals. Module 2, mentoring and supervision. And it incorporates from module 2, you start your coaching practice. After you have module 1 with all the fundamentals, then in module 2, you start your coaching practice. In the coaching practice, when you come back for the live, you will bring back the issues for supervision and mentoring. Module 3 is advanced coaching techniques. Still, your coaching practice is going on. The end of module 3 will be an assessment. It is this assessment that is just about a 30 minutes coaching session where Marianne will observe you and indicate whether you're ready to be certified. Module 4 in green is optional. It's the marketing of your business. The dates have all been fixed already. You can see all the dates here marked and listed below, right? We have also given the dates in a flyer. We can share the flyer again with you. Module 1 starts on April 15, 16, 17. Then the following week, 22, 23, 24. It'll cover 12 hours. Module 2 is 2 hours on May 22nd, June 22nd, July 31st, total of 6 hours. Module 3, September 9, 10, 11. Then the following week, 16, 17, 18, another 12 hours. 12 and 6, you will complete 30 hours of live session. Module 4, you will have 1 session in October, 1 in November, 1 in December, total 6 hours. Module 1 to 3 is mandatory. 1, 2, 3, running from April, May, June, July, August, September, 15 lives are mandatory. Apart from the lives that are fixed dates, you may schedule at your own discretion online content on the learning platform. This learning platform, as soon as if you're ready to join and you pay the fee, you can access the learning platform already and start reading. This is theory at your own pace. You start reading and preparing yourselves for all the lives by reviewing the learning platform. It's interesting, easy to follow, everything in one platform. And it comprises some short videos, some quizzes, some articles, and it's quite fun to go through that. The third one, the first one is lives, then the learning platform, second one. The third one is the coaching practice. 5 to 8 hours of coaching clients every month, 1 hour per session. You need to prepare before your coaching session, self-reflect, and record in a journal after that. Why record your learnings in a journal? Because you need to write an essay and case study. You choose 2 of your coaches, the clients that you've been coaching, to write a case study. And you write an essay on your journey becoming a coach, whatever topic you want to focus on. So when you have a journal, you'll have your notes ready when it's time to write your essay and submit on November 18th, when you finish 1 month after you finish module 3. This is a sample of what the learning platform looks like, step-by-step progress. And as you complete, you click complete, the next one opens up for you. So generally, I have found, many people have found, when you engage in coaching and become a coach, the first thing you do is grow yourself. In my case, a lot of unlearning and relearning. I grew myself. Very rewarding to help your clients to solve issues and grow themselves, grow their skills. And in a third layer, you transform communities in very positive ways because your clients will make an impact at home, in their community, and also in their workplace. So the impact is really a multiplier effect. Now, this is the costing of a coaching program. And I myself did some research and found out that the American university charges about 12 to 13,000 US for almost the same kind of duration. So we have factored in what each module costs, and you will see that the total value in euros is about 11,350 euros, right? But in PCC, Marianne has advertised a public price. The total value of euro is 11,350. The public price that Marianne is offering is 3,595 with a bonus 10% until 30th March, bringing it to 3,235. It's a whole duration plus the certification if you get through all the learning platform, the essays and the assessment and everything, right? But for this PCC, Marianne has offered a global discount. You can see here, right? If there's no global discount, you're paying euro 3,595. You can pay in 3 installments. She's offered us installments. With the global discount that is open to a few countries, Marianne is offering a full payment of euro 2,100. However, if you pay 3 installments, each installment will be euro 750. Starting with before you sign up, the following month and the following month. So in this way, you will cover 3 installments. All right. So I'm going to shortly, I will end this shortly. This is some testimonials from different people who have gone through Marianne's training. Right. Here is from Yulia. I believe Marianne can correct me. Yulia is from Ukraine. And then,
Yes.
yeah. And then there is one from Bernard here. Yulia
Who's
says
from
it's a
Malaysia.
must for any individual. Thank you, Marianne. Yulia says must for any individual interested in personal development, for managers leading teams. And Bernard is saying change his perspective and made better coaching experience with the clients, gained to create more impact to the community you want to help. This is Eriko from Japan. And we have Mindy. Right? These are all very real sort of references from people who went through this very same coaching training. Right? So basically, a coach is someone that sees beyond your limits and guides you to greatness. I think most of you who are here have been coached. If I'm not mistaken, most of you here today attending this session may have been coached. So you already know how you have developed yourself and grown yourself as a result of coaching. Now I'm going to I'm going to just mention this question now, but Marianne and I can answer any of these questions if you are interested. What time duration commitment is required on my part? Can I start preparations early? Who do I coach in my coaching practice? I've covered that. When is the deadline to pay? How do I pay the fees? All right, so let me stop sharing. All right. I couldn't see any of you just now because I had the whole screen blocking my computer. Now I can see everybody again. Let me see if anyone needs to be let in first. Huh? Yeah, everybody is in. Okay. Thank you so much for listening through for this short briefing. We are now ready for your questions, and Marianne will be answering most of your questions. Please feel free to ask the questions you have in your mind. Thank you very much. Maybe I can ask one or two of our recently qualified coaches to give a little bit, 2 minutes or something of your experience. Pam, would you like to say something?
Yes, thank you, Shanta. It was a nice presentation, and um, I feel privileged to be invited to be part of this session today, and I'm really blessed to be part of People Certification Cohort 16. It was such a very unique journey, a journey that I really wanted to have, and it came at the right place, in the right time. And what can I say? I think I'm favored. I'm highly favored, being surrounded with a lot of good people with a lot of knowledge, and the way the course was run. Thanks to Marianne, she has a very unique way of delivering the content, a very unique way of teaching, and I was always, I always felt relaxed whenever I had sessions, the live sessions, and I was so free to share whatever doubts, whatever clarity that I needed, whatever challenges that I faced. It was a room for me to share whatever, everything. I was so free, and I was so connected with each and everybody who was through, we were moving along together in cohort 16. And I'm just lucky the way I was welcomed, the privilege that I was given, the installment options and everything. To me, I think it was such a very good thing to experience. I will really miss it. I mean, I can't, whenever I think of the fact that I've come to an end of it, I'm like, I wish I would have another chance and go along another 6 months with such experience. So it was such a very transforming journey for me, and it is really something that I wanted, and I was connected to the right people thanks to Shanta. I think before joining this course, I was in dilemma. I was like, where exactly should I go for my certification, and how do I get into the right institution, into the right forum? How do I connect with the right people who would guide me through and teach me and give me the knowledge that I want? And to me, People Certification was the right place. I thank God. I'm just thankful today for everything, and I'm privileged to have this opportunity.
Thank you, Pam. Nabat, Nabat is all the way in Edmonton. Please share some of your recent experience and about this training.
Thank you, Shanta. Thank you, Marianne. And it's good to see everyone. What can I say? I don't want to repeat what Pam said. I echo everything that she has said. And what I would like to say is this journey has been fantastic. I like the online learning platform because it is self-paced. I can go on my own time. It's very structured. I like the way it takes you from point A to B in such a way that it is supportive as well as challenging. And then when we come to the lives, it is very important for me that I practice the skills that I gained through the online platform. So during the lives, we attend a session with Marianne, and then there is a practice session in addition to the practice that we do on our own, which was fantastic. And it was a great learning experience because we received feedback all the way. So each time that I receive feedback, I make a note of it, improve it for the next time, and then see myself in action. And looking at the recordings, I can actually see how I improved from the very first session to the last. Like I said, it is challenging, but very, very rewarding. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nabat. Dr. Benedicta, just a few words from you, please.
Thank you, Shanta. Hi, everyone. This is a wonderful space to be in. As a result of coaching, I also wanted to become a coach. And this was the right forum. And I'm very lucky because at the time I was doing my program, the cohort graduated. I graduated last year. And so in 2024, I really had enough time to make my presence in all the lives that are mandatory. So I think this is key when you are getting into this program. All the good things I think Nebat, Pam have mentioned, but it's important to pay attention when you look at the calendar and see how your plan this year is so that you really make a presence and make the most of these very useful sessions. So for me, it really has been a very wonderful experience. I have slowly started my coaching practice just last Saturday or Sunday. I think I had a client who finished the last session with me, and I'm still recalling how big her smile was during that session, and appreciating the transformation and the things that people are noticing in her, which for me was a very, very important milestone. And I'm seeing that the future is even brighter for her. Yeah, like people were complaining, and now they've stopped complaining. So she has really worked and put effort in her self development and growth. So it's a stretching journey, but when you really put yourself into it, it's very, very easy because of all the support and how highly qualified Marianne is, and then the support from the faculty, and even the allowance for some of us who have graduated to also participate in these sessions. You always learn. We learn every day, so it's a wonderful opportunity if you really want to embark on coaching and people help industry. There's a lot that we can do to referring to the last slide that Shanta made. So you grow as a coach, as an individual, but then the impact is quite huge because people we are making a difference in terms of their growth are going to be deployed now back to the communities and get to impact everyone they live with. So yeah, I'm happy to be here and I'm very excited for the upcoming cohort. And thank you, Shanta, for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Benedicta. Let me just add a little bit more about Marianne. Marianne looks very friendly here and warm. She's a
But
very she's a very warm and compassionate person, but she is extremely strict because her philosophy is coaches should help people grow and develop and should not harm people's lives. So really, she doesn't want to certify half-baked coaches. Sorry to use this language. Half-baked coaches who go like a touch and go kind of training and skim the surface without drilling deep into people's issues. And coaching is not about solving issues. Coaching is about growing the person so that they can solve any issue that comes up later. It's about growing them, helping them deal with self-limiting beliefs. It's a whole person coaching, not to help them deal with one difficult boss or deal with one difficult colleague. It goes back to drilling deep as to what's holding them back, their self-limiting beliefs, their skills. So it's a whole person coaching. So, and you don't give solutions. Any coaching training will train you not to give solutions, but Marianne is very strict. During the practice, she will keep reminding you you're giving solutions and you have to stop doing that. So she's extremely strict about the coaching training, and that is what is very appealing. And that is what also encourages me to recommend Marianne this training, the PCC training, because I know we are all in good hands and it will result in us being very professional coaches, not somebody who will go out there and do a half-hearted job. So that much I wanted to tell about Marianne. I had my fair share of reprimands during the training. And for me to do my coaching training at 70, I'm 69 or 70 when I did it, after being a trainer for many years, it was a lot of unlearning of the teaching mindset, the training mindset. It was a lot of unlearning and relearning, not to teach, not to prescribe, but to have a more open-minded way of approaching and allowing people to grow based on the fact that they are resourceful, they know what they want. You only guide them. So Marianne, in the training, hones us on our listening, our questioning skills, observation skills, things like that. So this training for me was very appealing that way because it changed my whole approach to not only my work, but my life as well with family. Maybe before I hand over to Marianne, I would like to ask you if there are any questions or if anyone wants to say why you are thinking about this coaching training. Maybe Rahabu, would you like to share what makes you think about the potential of being a coach, Rahabu?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shanta and Mariana. The testimonials are very interesting, so I congratulate those who have been certified. As you have mentioned, my name is Rahabu, joining from Tanzania. I'm interested in coaching because I believe human potential is often unlocked through the right support. Through my leadership work and personal experience, and especially coaching program with Shanta, I've seen how powerful reflective conversation can be in helping people gain clarity and confidence. So my vision is to use coaching to support others, especially women and young leaders and professionals to navigate through leadership transition. That's all I like about coaching.
Thank you very much,
Before,
Rahabu. Yeah, sorry.
okay, thank you, Shanta. I
Yeah.
think also I've missed one point during your explanation. As you mentioned during the second module, we'll be required to coach real clients as part of the program. I would like to ask whether the program support in connecting us with clients or we are expected to find and recruit the client ourselves.
Okay. Thank you for your question, Rahabu. You are expected to recruit the clients yourself. You can coach. It is not advisable to coach friends or people who are known to you, but you can go to your colleagues, friends, or friends' friends and ask them to recommend. And a lot of people have coached from their own office, but different sections. Say other sections in their office, they've asked a co-director if any of their colleague wants to be coached. So they've gone through their own network. Some have gone through their religious groups, church groups, or different groups to get clients. So you can recruit your own clients, and among your cohort, there will be people that they know that they can recommend to you as well, right? So if somebody in your class, say if I'm in your class as your cohort and I have a niece, I can recommend my niece to be coached by you. It's not advisable to coach anyone that you know, but it is somebody quite distant from you. So one will come from your cohort, one will be your classmate. So that will give you 5 hours of coaching. Then you recruit 4 more. Right. And people in your cohort will be very supportive, including me. If I know of anyone, I normally give the names out and we assign some of these names. If we get names of people, you will find people in the cohort are supportive with recommending to each other. Yeah, thank you for the question. That's a very important question. Stella, would you like to say anything or ask anything, Stella?
Thank you, Shanta. Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name is Estela. I'm from Tanzania, and I appreciate so much for being invited in this session. And for me, actually, I've been thinking of doing something that will be helpful to my colleague at my working place. Of course, I'm working with the land tribunals in Tanzania, and it's kind of a leader for the lawyers that are working under the land tribunals. But it's not only the lawyers. I have other staff that they support the land tribunals, that they support the land tribunals to function in Tanzania. So sometimes I feel like I have a lot of people in my department who have got so many potentials, but they are not using them appropriately so that we can make the land tribunals work proper or whatever. So I just think that if I do this coaching program, maybe I will be in a better position to coach them so that they can use their potentials then to get good results in the functioning of the land tribunals.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stella. Today we
But
speak.
not only those colleagues at my work.
Thank you very much, Stella.
Sorry.
Please continue, Stella.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and not only those who I'm working with, but I also meet a lot of clients, those who come and get service in our tribunals, and most of them they have land disputes, and some of them it's like kind of family related land disputes. And some of the disputes, sometimes they don't need to come to the land tribunals. Sometimes you can maybe guide them and support them and maybe find themselves some options so that they don't keep on quarreling and maybe using a lot of time, wasting a lot of time in rushing for land disputes instead of maybe doing some productive activities. So I feel like as long as I have come to be in this position, that I can support some other people to be in a better position to live their lives without a lot of disputes and so forth
Mm.
and so forth. So I think if I can I can get this training, I will be in a better position to help others.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Stella. So you
that's
can
it.
see here the various
And
different
also I
reasons.
appreciate.
Yeah. Sorry, Stella. There's a bit of lag, so I can't get it that you're. Are you still wanting to say something, please, Stella? I think I cut you off. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to appreciate the questions asked by Rahabu because I had
Okay.
I had similar questions
Okay.
as long as the clients is concerned, but I get it.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So you can see from what Stella has said, there are different reasons that people want to be qualified as a coach. One of the first reasons is to get another income stream, basically. So some people want to develop another income stream. Of course, you'll have to work at developing your practice, right? And you can go full scale to develop yourself and advertise yourself on social media as a coach, or you can do it part-time, or some of you may be fortunate to get contracts from certain organizations, and then you work with those contracts. So one of the reasons is to develop an income stream, whether you are mid-career or later in life, right? That's one reason. The second reason is something else apart from your routine work to grow yourself with a new skill. With a new skill to grow yourself. You might have reached a plateau in your growth, in your mental growth. So when you embark on some kind of new learning with techniques and skill, there's something else to do apart from work to grow yourself cerebrally and mentally. I think that's, for me, that's a very powerful reason, because I need growth, mental growth. So that's a very powerful reason for me. The third reason is like what Stella mentioned, related to your work. You want to be a leader as a coach, right? If you're a leader as a mentor, you can give solutions. But if you're a leader as a coach, for these people who are having issues, they may have the answers. So you just ask them the question so they know where to go and look for their answers or their resources. So some people in the office, you want to develop your coaching skills, because some of your staff who are very good, you only need to coach them. You don't need to guide them and mentor them. You just need to coach them. So you want to develop leader yourself. Some people want to be a better parent. I remember one of my cohort mates, she's a mother of sons. She just wanted to be a better mother, and she envisaged that as her sons grew up, she will have a lot of problems if she was prescriptive. So she wanted to, her pure reason was to be a better mother to her 3 sons, right? So some people, they want to help the community. Some people have told us they're not interested in income stream. They just want to help the community that they work with, right? Marginalized children, or through the church groups or something. So there are many reasons that people have for becoming a coach. For those of you whose video is switched off, I really don't want to put you on the spot to ask you. If you have any questions, kindly unmute and ask your questions, and I will shortly hand over to Marianne to say a few more words. Any more questions? Anyone has questions?
Just to add to the reasons as well for people to come and decide for a coaching certification, there are people who are seeking for a deeper purpose, more authenticity, having real conversation that goes behind the politeness and really make a difference for people. Because sometimes at work we can feel that we're no longer growing that much, or that the system is not really allowing for such authenticity or a variety of among the people that we can meet. And so coaching can be also a very good avenue for that. Every time I coach, I enter in somebody's world. And because I'm doing it online, I'm just changing words and geography and traveling all the world every single day and meeting people from very different environment, which makes it really varied and is never routine. And so there are people also who come for that part of making a difference and having that curiosity and that openness of having something that varies a lot.
Any other questions? Tusikele, you have been very interested from the start. Would you like to ask something or say something, Tusikele?
Thank you, Madam. No, for now, I have nothing to ask. I have understood what you presented, waiting for further steps.
Okay. All right. You too, say. All right. Okay. Marianne, I think I hand over to you to close off this session.
Yeah, sometimes we have the question about what kind of coaching can we do after the certification? What we actually do, and I guess you hear me better now. What we actually do is giving you the coaching techniques as well as growing your critical and professional judgment on what to use in which situations so that you then can adapt to different coaching situations. So the tools are the same, the mindset are the same in whichever coaching situation you choose to coach, but then you may have a preference. So for example, I am happy to work in leadership coaching because this is where, for me, I've been struggling to see a lot of violence. I'm happy to, through my coaching, to bring more peace and more fluidity and more curiosity as well as creativity. But there are some areas where I'm not too keen to go into. And so there are other people, for example, who are specialized in divorce coaching. So they will use the same tools as mine, but they will use it in a different context with different people and different issues. I'm a parental coach, so helping parents have better relationship with their children, and it is still the same tools that I use. So we want to make sure that you have this versatility and that you can choose what speaks to your heart, where you feel authentic, legitimate, and where it's easy for you to connect with people. And also to have the luxury to say no when you're not so interested by this area, because you know that there are others where you could add more value. So if there's no more question, feel free to reach out, because it could be that at a later stage or when you discuss with others, something pops up and you want to feel really sure of your decision. So you have the WhatsApp group. You can definitely reach out to Shanta or me, and we're definitely here to answer your question. I'll be delighted to. I feel very privileged to be in such a situation. I've heard so many good things that I hope I deserve, but still, the merit is really to each person who has done the efforts of putting everything that was needed to become a coach. So I'm a catalyst, but really the bulk of the work is really on each participant and how much they invest themselves into the process. I've been reading all the essays from everyone, and usually it's a transformative journey on a personal level as well as on a professional level. It's not always comfortable. It's very enriching, and it's very fulfilling. I would say it's one of the best decisions I made in my life. So absolutely no regrets. And I will echo what others have said before. Now, there's time for everything. If you think that it's the right time for you, then you're most than welcome to join. And if you think that you need a little bit more here or that, it's absolutely entirely up to you. So wishing you a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And really looking forward to meet you either at the People Coach certification or in any other instances. And we are available to answer any question you would have at a later stage. We can't hear you, Shanta. Your mic is muted.
There are some names here I'm not familiar with, and they may not be in the group. But whoever recommended you, please feel free to get my number or Marianne's number and drop us a line. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. Hope to see you all, like Marianne said, in the coaching certification or when our paths cross next. Thank you so much. So let me end the session now by saying thank you to everyone for making the time today. Thank you. All the
Thank
best.
you
Thank you.
very much.
Bye.
Shanta.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Bye, bye. Thank you.